How you doing today? Today we will be going over United House Products milestone 3. As far as our alternative options for our deal, we could also find a D-seller for each grow. So in the case of a crisis going on in one store, that one store has to close, we have a backup store in which we can ship grows to so that we don't end up losing entirely too much money. Alternative options being the POS datasheet versus the sheet 1 or 2. We ended up choosing the POS datasheet just because it gave us a lot more information so that we can make more accurate details on forecasting and which actual decision we're going to make when it comes to shipping our grows out. As far as the weekly seasonality in comparison to the monthly, the weekly was going to have us work a lot harder to end up with the same results. So we ended up going with the monthly just because it would be a more precise way to get the exact same answer we were going to get for the weekly. And as far as something that we could do to save more money, we could also discontinue grow 1499 just because it sells the second least. The least selling grow would be grow 1099, which is only a few $100,000 underneath of 1499. And at the end of the day, that grow only sells more because it costs more. In reality, we don't really sell them in units of that grow. So as far as our selection justification, we have all of our A stores, B stores, C stores, and we're sending them enough so that they can end up selling the exact same amount or a little bit higher than they've sold in years past. So how there's decimals next to all of our numbers, these are the cartons that we're going to be sending them. So the number of cartons equates, we did the math and equated how much each carton would end up making in sales. And those sales dollars that we're using that in the carton. So the amount of cartons we're sending will then equate to the amount of sales we're going to be getting from those cartons. And the selections were made based off of sales just because units is a little bit shaky because when things go on sale, the units aren't going to be measured the same as they would when we would measure them from base price. And we were pretty much sending enough cartons so that whatever doesn't go sold will end up on display. As far as our final recommendation, we said that all of our A stores are going to get all their shipment directly. C stores are going to be ordering their shipment through the distribution center. And store 405 and 462 are going to get direct shipment because they are our highest sellers in two different grows. And we're going to send full inventory's worth of cartons to the distribution center in the beginning of the year so that it's already there and ready to go. And as far as our short-term recommendations, we're going to have everybody order their inventory whenever you get under 20%. As far as long-term, we're going to go with measure your growth by dollars over quantity because the dollars, like I said, is going to be accurate the entire way through where quantity changes based on whether or not there's a sale going on. And in conclusion, the dispersal of grows being sent to these locations and the time amount that we're going to be sending them is the best option for optimal growth and inventory management for the company.
Record.